Welcome to Digital Dragons 2022. Hello!
How are you? 2 years. Been 2 years since been last in here. The greatly conditioned Ice Center. So hail to the king, baby. We're back. Now, speaking of kings and queens, allow me to welcome to the stage Mr. Łukasz Słoniowski, the Vice President of the Krakow Technology Park, and Ms. Anna Kampus-Sapielak, the long-time head of the department. Welcome.
Hello. I would say it's good to see you, if I can see you. How many of you are a little bit excited? Well, just a little bit. How many of you are really excited? Yes, that's great, because you know what? We are opening the 10th edition of Digital Dragons conference, and we are finally back to the Ice Center here, and that's after so many years of break of this boring COVID time when we couldn't really see our legs, and it's after 10 years that we started with a small group of 300 people who started this conference 10 years ago. And now we have almost 2,000 participants who will have fun together with us today and tomorrow. Isn't it great? Yeah, I think it is.
Okay, 100 of lectures, more than 100 speakers in the showcase and CE showcase, Central Eastern Europe showcase, on the ground floor. On the first floor we have booths of international companies, so please go there and see what they do. What else? We have Digital Dragons Awards Gala at 7 o'clock. We will choose the best production for 2021, so please enjoy us there.
We will also present the results of our latest research on the games market and talk about the latest Polish productions. On the third floor, you can also see an exhibition of photographs of computer games graphics.
I will just add also that you got a special small round stick. So use this to vote for best indie production, which you can see on the ground floor. And also you have also a small piece of paper with Intel Boost. So please find the volunteers, register in Intel registration, and you can win some fantastic prizes. And what's more, we will, in a moment, we will start a panel which largely consists of people who 10 years ago at the first Digital Dragons discuss about the gaming industry. Let's see what they will say about it today.
We would like also to thank our sponsors and partners. Without you all, this would not have been possible, really. And I have a long list of them, but I will mention only 3 of them. So our main partner, the Małopolska region, our host city, Kraków, and our main sponsor, Third Kind Games. So let's applaud all of the sponsors. Thank you.
Okay, so we stop now, and please welcome our panelist, Piotr. Will you join us on the stage? So enjoy Digital Dragons 2022.
Enjoy the panel and have fun.
Bye-bye.
Later as well.
Thank you very much, Anya and Łukasz. Guys, don't be shy. Please join me. I will not be here alone. All right. Well, Anya already said, good morning. I will repeat, good morning once again. Welcome at Digital Dragons conference and the first panel discussion today. I'm really shocked that we have, maybe not almost, but a lot of people on the audience, considering last night. It was quite challenging. My name is Piotr Gomracy. I am general manager at Vivid Games and also advisor to the to Digital Dragons team. And today we will have panel discussions about 10 years of Polish gaming industry and Digital Dragons with my guests. And they were chosen not accidentally. Actually, those people were here, well, maybe not here because we had completely different venue, but they were part of the first panel discussion talking about Polish gaming industry. That time, that was 2012, and they were, of course, complaining on many, many things. So today we'll try to check what actually happened and changed over these past 10 years. So let me introduce them. On my right side is Krzysztof Krzysztofek, director at Kraków Technology Park. Then we have Piotr Babiano, CEO at Bluebird Team, and Tomasz Gob, senior producer at Flying White Hawk. And we're supposed to have with us Paweł Miechowski. Paweł Miechowski.
Oh, hello.
Can you hear us, Paweł? Cool. And Paweł Miechowski.
To be honest, guys, the audio is horrible. I can hear you only in short parts, and then you are cut to some alien language from foreign dimension. If it stays that way, please excuse me, but I'll just not be able to participate, because I can hear you only from moment to moment.
Guys, are we able to do something around that?
Do we have a Jira for that?
But I can do something stupid and funny, if it helps.
So Paweł was with Digital Dragons 11 years, to be honest, with us, and we didn't want to skip him and let him actually to be today with us. That's why we decided to make it in hybrid mode. Let's give it like 2 minutes and maybe we'll solve it.
It's okay, to be honest.
All right,
But then
so
it
maybe
cuts and I hear you very badly.
So maybe I will kick off slowly this panel discussion and Paweł will join us. I think it makes more sense. So gentlemen, do you remember the first Digital Dragons in 2012? Maybe I will start this time from Tomasz Gob.
All right, thank you very much. Piotrek, first up, I want to thank Digital Dragons for having us. It's a great, I have a very fond and dear place in my heart for the venue. It's great to be here. I'm not very old yet, so I'm happy. But mentioning things that I remember happened 10 years ago, I remember a lot of stuff. I remember there were 2 venues, actually, a Museum of Aviation and a club that probably doesn't exist anymore. I remember Krzysztof Gonciarz being the host, and there's a lot of booths and stands that I remember as well, but the most important thing that I remember from that one is the shocking, disgusting, and obnoxious television, not documentary, like a piece that one of the TV stations did about this, which was very damaging for the industry. If somebody doesn't remember, you can watch it online, you can read about it online, because I was participating in the actual process of corresponding with television. It was something. Yeah, I wouldn't like to remember it, but it's tough not to.
Thank you, Tomasz, for promoting this video, since I was the star there.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. No,
thank you very much.
Don't.
I remember even the event which was just before Digital Dragons. It was 2 years before formal Digital Dragons. It was at KPC. The name was Game Industry Krakow. I remember, and it was the first matchmaking system, and we have more than 100 participants from different countries, so it was cool as well. But yeah, we are growing as an industry and as a Digital Dragons.
Yeah, 300 people at the first edition, now almost 2,000, so it's growing.
Yeah, from an organizer's point of view, I think from today's point of view, It was actually very easy to start Digital Dragon. We need right people, right place, and right time. And we feel that we wanted to do something exceptional. I'm sure you know these feelings. And frankly speaking, I was the guy who brought the idea to KPT. There was some concepts before, but once a day, walking through Planty, I met Paweł Węgrzyn. He was on the photo. He's a representative of Jagiellonian University's physicist, and he was responsible for the development idea, European Game Academy. It was the concept developed by Kraków academic areas to brought people to the new industry. The whole idea collapsed, but Paweł proposed, we went for a coffee, I guess, went to organize maybe one event, conference, festival, I don't remember properly, but event which would award the best Polish and European production of the last year, following similar events which are held around the world. And I came next day to the office and throw this idea to my co-workers, and it was a problem. Although we had financial resources, it was the good luck. We implemented at that time project finance from EU, so we had money, so money was no problem. But we had no idea about this industry. Unlike today, when we have some gaming startups in our ecosystem, there was no gaming startup. So there was completely no idea how to start. And we went to professionals, and we went to you guys. Thank you for you, first of all. So Digital Dragons, 10 years of existing Digital Dragons conference is possible thanks to you. And we also only help you to be here.
And now everyone is dreaming about this Dragon Egg, so that's cool. I would like to look at this past 10 years and ask you questions. What actually surprised you in terms of the Polish game industry over this past 10 years? Because 2012 was before what we call golden age of Polish game industry, so I believe 2015.
It was the pre-booming era.
Exactly. So what surprised you the most? Maybe we'll start this time from Piotr.
To be honest, 10 years ago I told that we have a lot of game developers and we don't have a game industry. And right now I would say that we have a game industry and we have much less game developers. On the one side, I would say that it's good because the whole ecosystem is growing. There are a lot of startups. There are a lot of venture capital funds, business angels, organizations which are supporting game industry. But on the other hand, I think that we lost something which was at the beginning. Because if you remember the first edition of Digital Dragons, there were a lot of people who were really happy about their job. And here we also have a lot of happy people, but it's good to tell that we have a lot of unhappy people as well in the industry. And it's the shadow of what happened during the last 10 years.
Yeah, that's right, and probably we'll talk about that later on as well. Paweł, you are with us.
Yes, I am, and still struggling with audio, because either I hear alien language or hear you very quietly. So that's kinda stands in the way for our talk.
Okay, Pavel, I will ask you only one question. You will try to answer them, and I think that you are important here because you were from the very beginning with Digital Dragons. So the question is, looking at this 10 years of Polish game industry, what is the one thing which surprised you the most, looking at this 10 years?
That would be surely the scale of growth. I remember the times when we had 15 teams across the country. From the latest report by Indie Games Poland, there is 430 as far as I recall. So it shows incredible growth. And when you look at the bestseller lists almost on any platform, there are always Polish games, which means that it took 1 decade from already professionalized and not so small industry. We took it to surely one of the biggest in the world, and it makes me proud. And I'm pretty sure Digital Dragons had its part in it as well, allowing of us for networking, meeting, learning at all those lectures. So I think we've made incredible achievement. Yet, of course, there is still a lot to be done.
It's good that we are here, so we can still grow. Tomek, would you like to add something here?
Amen. Piotr, you stole my punchline. I probably wouldn't have put it in better words than you did. Like, we had game developers, now we have industry. I'm not sure people have drifted away from being developers, but it probably means something else today. Development is not arcane knowledge anymore. It's more of a craftsmanship. It's a job, basically. So I could rant for hours. I don't want to do that. But people are moving across the industry in different ways, more frequently and more rapidly than they used to. And that probably comes with the territory. That comes with the industry being bigger, I guess. So that's one thing. Like, if I was to name one thing that was there and is not there, and I could not have anticipated before, I remember the ethos of finishing a game, finishing the project, of being there when it hits the shelves. I don't think it exists to a much extent anymore. That's my rant. Anybody? Can I get anyway?
Nice one. Yeah, we are Polish. So like 10 years ago, what we did during the panel discussions was actually complaining a lot because we are good at that. So we are complaining a lot about access and education, access to the talents, education of the talents. We're like complaining on government support to the industry. We're complaining on access to the capital. Like VC funds actually weren't like interested in the game industry. So that was like very hard to raise money at that time. I think we're a bit in different place right now, and I would like to actually start from Piotr because you are very active in many areas here.
Yes, I'm still patriot, so we can still complain, of course. But yeah, we are in completely different place. We have access to money, we have access to talents, we have access to networking and everything. It's really great, but I think that money could kill the industry as well. If you think about a lot of people who are joining dev teams, they are thinking mostly about how to success on the financial side, not necessarily how to success with their games. They have the vision how to create a startup, how to sell startup from the very beginning, from the first page. And of course, with a lot of experience in CD Projekt, Techland or other company. But in fact, those people are thinking just about how to make money. So this is one thing which is not the best, but of course, it's because we are growing, and it's normal for industry which is growing so fast like we do. If you are talking about the government, I would say that they should care more about inflation, about legislation.
We're going to be fine.
Yeah, we will be fine without them. So, yeah.
So I have like this thought that like many of teams right now is like chasing more like stock market than actually games. So that was my impression. You, Piotr, of course, are present on the stock market, the same like 11-bit Studio and Paweł. However, Tomek, you went completely different direction. Like that was one of the biggest deal on the Polish market, like with the Embracer Group. Can you like elaborate a bit more? What are the advantages of like going that direction?
It's not like Flying Wild Hog is a completely a free electron entity out there. We are within a financial group, so it's not like it's solely alien feeling to us being, you know, within a group of companies or being bound financially. But having said that, we do have a lot of freedom, a lot of like, we can choose IP, we can start our own IP when we're creating a project, we can work with some other people in the group, should we want to. But I don't think there's a huge difference if you want to create a game that makes at least somewhat of a success. Then the rules don't change much. I mean, you can be 2 people studio, or you can be 350, that Flying Wild Hog is right now, studio. And if you want to make a game that actually, you know, raises the charts and shows to people, it's not like it's a very, very different kind of beast. It's you still have to follow some rules to get there. So being on either side of the financial fence, I should say, doesn't make a whole lot of difference in terms of what the outcome is. That's my takeaway.
Yeah, cool, thanks. We were like mentioning also access to the talents and education, and of course like 2012, well, maybe industry wasn't so attractive for people. Like universities, they tried to do something around the gaming industry with various different results, I would say. So how does it look like today, like in terms of the education, like trying to attract these young people to the gaming industry? And maybe this time I will start from Krzysztof.
Yeah, I guess you mean our gaming academies. I mentioned before a while this idea arose in Krakow, European Game Academy, which failed. And there was some reason why it was not succeeded. But we decided to help the gaming industry because you guys asked about this opportunity to help. So our mission is to develop company faster, to help companies developing faster. So in many conversation, meetings, panels, etc., this topic was very important for the panelists. And a few years later, when conference was well established, one Krakow gaming company came to us and proposed cooperation in some training set. And we started, the next year we started as our own project, and today, last year I have the numbers, Ania prepared me last time, 3,000 people participate in Game Academy, 3,000 people in, let's say, 10, 12 weekends meeting. It shows the importance of such activities, and because we do it with professionals, for young professionals, it is the guarantee for success. So we may advise some startups to develop business side. We do it in Equator, for example. We cooperate with Krakow Gaming Venture. But when we're talking about software, art design, etc., marketing in games, we have to ask professional to have lectures, and we do it, and that's all.
So I think that we also Pavel, are you with us? Because it's gonna be to you. So prepare yourself. I think we also need to remember that it's not only like universities and schools like responsibility or organizations like Kraków Technology Park to educate people. It's also our responsibility as an industry to invest in young people. I know that it's very hard sometimes to do because you have your own roadmap and your product to deliver, and sometimes you don't. Maybe you have different priorities, and you don't want to invest your time in training young people and so on. However, many companies do it in various different ways. I know that 11-bit Studios is always engaged in many educational projects, I would say. Or maybe I'm mistaken here, Pavel.
Okay, now I'm gonna pretend I was hearing your entire discussion clearly, but it's not true, and that's the funny part, because I am still hearing alienish, but the last part I got as a question about education and our support for educational let's say, initiative, and that is correct. That is something we do for many reasons. One being responsibility, believing that games have such power to be really powerful educational tools, and as creators, we should follow this responsibility. But of course, there is a very pragmatic issue, which means we constantly lack people. We are not the only growing company in Poland. Probably the headcount now is something like 3 times bigger than at the first Digital Dragons. This is just my blind guess, but you know the point. It's surely the headcount is surely huge comparing to a few years before. So we are participating in educational initiatives such as Digital Dragons Academy, just for the sake of creating the bigger talent pool. That's the pragmatic part, because we need more people in every single field of expertise, be it art, be it programming, be it marketing, be it administration, financing, everything. So apart from the, let's say, idealistic part of participating in education in game dev, we are also very pragmatic. So we know that not every talent would be in our pool, so to speak, but creating the bigger pool is helping us anyway. And we do have people from different schools, such as Warsaw Game Dev School or Polish-Japanese School, that we have been helping in education. So in the end, it's something that simply pays off.
Yeah, just one thing. I wanted to add one thing because we almost have missed a very important thing. It has spawned recently that companies do more of an insourcing approach to that kind of thing. Just recently, Flying Wild Hog has opened what we call Hog's Academy. This is our totally internal, where each employee has a budget that she can use for trainings, for getting basically educated, which is great, but I'm not about advertising. What I'm trying to say is, I remember I think it was 2008 or so. I was back at CD Projekt Red at the time. It wasn't the case. We wanted to do something like that, and we kind of did it ourselves. Like, bunch of employees just got together and said, we're going to do presentations. We're going to, announce it every Thursday or so. We called it RED's Academy of Professional Education. Don't try to abbreviate that. And we actually did that, and it was fun. But right now, it's more of a industry approach. It's more institutionalized, which is great.
Yeah, that's true. But what you are saying is more like for internal purpose, like to grow as an employee within the company and so on. What is also important is how we can attract and educate people from outside the industry. So we constantly or continuously have fresh blood in our industry. Yeah, of course. Today we are in a completely different place. I would say it's much better. I even saw some people from Nordic countries trying to open schools in Poland. So I'm guessing that this trend gonna be with us for some time. I think, Piotr, you said something very important 10 years ago, that if we want to succeed in this industry, we need to have mindset of building global brands. And that time, we were focusing a bit locally, I would say. How it has changed over the past years?
I think that we succeeded, and to be honest, I'm pretty glad that such a people like Tomasz and Paweł are sitting here, because Paweł made the company from the very beginning thinking about how to create something more than just games, and that they are telling their stories in a really different way than the others. We have a lot of great IPs because, of course, everyone knows Witcher, but there are a lot of IPs which are very popular. And if you will take a look on the Steam or PlayStation or Xbox, you will see that in each 100 list of the most popular games, there are many from Poland. So this is really cool. On the other side, I would say that I do believe that in the future we will have a lot of merging and acquisition on the Polish market because we have a lot of smaller studios, and because we are in the industry, they have to join to someone to be more successful. That's why I think that most companies should find their niche. And this is what we are not telling about, but there are some companies which have their own niche and they are really good at this. It's not advertisement of Bluebird Team or 11-bit studios. However, I would say that it's good if company do know where they are going to. Because then if you do know where you are going to, you could tell your people, this is our target. We would like to be there. And we are going in this direction. I think that more and more companies are doing the same.
There are actually two layers here, or dimensions. One is this IP brand, as a product, as a game, like it's normal in game industry. But another one, which is we sometimes should forget, and you mentioned that Bluebird Team and 11-bit Studio actually are good at this, is creating company brand and so on. If you ask anyone what Bluebird Team is doing, I'm gonna say horror games. If you're gonna ask anyone about 11-bit Studio, it's gonna be meaningful gaming. I don't even know why I remember that, so it's so catchy.
That's a very efficient propaganda. That means we're good at it.
But that's very important because it's not only about building games, but it's also about building companies. And to be honest, building a successful game is very, very hard. To be honest, many is trying, not everyone is actually succeeding here. So as Piotr said, we can expect actually many merchant acquisitions in the future. Tomek, you would like to add something here?
No, I don't remember what the question was. I'm sorry.
Please don't sleep, I know that it's 10 years after the first Digitron Dragons, we are a bit older. I already have gray hairs and so on. Belly as well, but please bear with.
Maybe one sentence from KPT. So we are not a part of industry, so we try to help you in some aspects. From my point of view, our ecosystem is about 600 companies, very different, startups, big international, and Kilada. It's really, really big. And when when Piotr asked what is most interesting in this in last 10 years in this area in gaming industry, I would say that from my point of view, it was the willingness for cooperation. So it is tremendous from my point of view. Believe me, not every type of business is willing to cooperate. Sometimes they feel too strong to cooperate with others, or they are afraid of competition, etc., etc. And when I'm looking at our portfolio of services for gaming industry today, so it's not a only conference, it's Digital Dragon with experts from gaming industry. It's Digital Dragon's incubator, where we help young startups, teams to make success, etc., etc. And this aspect of gaming society is in my opinion, very, very important. Willingness for cooperation and participation in many events.
Everyone wants cooperate if you do great jobs. So maybe that way. Piotr, I'm looking.
I would add just one thing, guys. We are working in the best industry in the world, and they are paying us money for it.
Fair enough. All right, guys. I believe the last question. Let's imagine that we have Digital Dragons 2032. What we are going to be talking about?
I want to go last.
We're gonna talk about how we have back pain because of spending 30 years in front of a computer, and we're gonna be like old dudes complaining. What is your biggest pain in your body after spending your entire life in front of a computer instead of going out and, you know, cheering life?
So
but
I'm
we're
guessing
gonna be rich.
Exactly. So we're gonna be rich, and I'm guessing we should starting investing in healthcare industry since we're gonna be rich. So we're gonna be willing to actually pay for this pain on the back. All right. Maybe.
First of all, in 10 years' time, I will not be here because I will be retired. And to be serious, I can imagine the situation that Kraków is a recognized city of gaming industry, and Digital Dragon is so popular thanks to development of the industry that city of Kraków, there is a representative in this room, offer tickets for free for everyone. So the city is one of the main sponsor and really help companies to grow in our city. And of course, we would like more and more international recognition. So I would dream about Blizzard and other big companies in the expo area in the first floor, and it's all. We will do our task. You may be sure.
All right.
Kraków Technology Park will organize a Digital Dragon conference in 10 years' time.
All right. I think that in 10 years, like Elon Musk gonna buy all of the gaming companies. All right, Piotr, what do you think?
I will not remember what happened 10 years before, so it doesn't matter.
Anyway, I will invite you for the same panel discussion. Before Tomasz, I had this idea and vision for 2032. If there is Jacek or Błażej somewhere here, I would say that Digital Dragons as a metaverse would be like something interesting. No, I don't see anyone like screaming NFT metaverse. Okay, that's fine. That's safe choice. But yeah, like I see like all of the events like going in this like interesting, let's say, direction. So I'm maybe not excited, but interesting how it's gonna develop in the future, like hybrid modes, like metaverse, and so on, and how it's gonna impact events like Digital Dragons as well. Tomasz, you can. make a hit.
A smart person once said that it's easier to connect the dots once you're on the other side, so I could not have anticipated what happened today. But we see, like, online presence. This is stuff that has changed throughout these 10 years, especially last 2. So maybe in 10 years, we're all going to be online. I don't know. I hope to be here. I mean, that's just...
It already
just for the
happened,
record.
Tomasz, last year.
No. Anyways, hopefully more diversity in our industry. That would be great. We're all men here. I mean, just saying. And it's also about cultures. I mean, we're all Polish, of course. So, you know, that's what I would hope for. But apart from that, I think, I wish all of us would be here in 10 years to witness that.
Yeah, thanks, nice. Yeah, actually that's something I was like thinking, preparing this panel discussion, that on the stage gonna be all men and so on, and we were discussing that, but the concept was to invite the same people like 10 years ago. However, we're gonna have panel discussions, Women in Gaming, I believe afternoon, so I encourage everyone.
So I actually mentioned everything that is already happening, so I don't know. 223, don't ask me, I don't know, we'll see.
Anyway, we need time to be there, like, so to get there, so yeah, that's true. Cool. Thank you very much for this panel discussion. I hope that was fun for everyone. Thank you, Tomasz, Piotr, Krzysztof, and Paweł for participating, especially Paweł for you, and because you had some, let's say, challenges with the connections, and we kind of like ask you to be patient and be with us. So thanks you once again that you managed.
He's not going to hear it anyways. Paweł, you look wonderful today.
He actually doesn't hear us. All right. Once again,
you're going to tell him, right? Fabulous.
Once again, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Nic nie słyszałem. Do widzenia.